At the football team's incredible run through the FCS playoffs.
And sit down with another student organization.
Coming up on the Penguin Rundown. Welcome back, Penguin Nation. It is great to be sitting here with you once again, talking about some YSU sports. And Core, do we have a lot to cover today?
Absolutely. And how about the football team not only putting the university back on the map, but putting the city back on the map? But before we get into that, we got some track to talk about.
Yes, we do, Core. The reigning Horizon League champs will be returning to the track to defend their crown on January 20th in the Watts, as the Gwins will host 14 other schools in the YSU College Invitational. Now, we know this team faces a lot of question marks with the graduation of mainstays like Nita Grambling and Connor New. However, some of those concerns were put to bed at the Golden Flash Gala just before the holiday break. Chad Zello and Amber Ells both placed first in the 60-meter hurdles, while Carl Zallo cruised to a first-place finish in both the 60 and 200-meter dashes. Again, you can catch Carl, Chad, Amber in action next Friday, January 20th in the Watts. Running events are slated to start at 1 p.m. with field events beginning at 2.
The women's basketball team concluded a 3-game road trip at Northern Kentucky this past weekend to kick off a Horizon League play. YSU is still looking for that first win in conference play entering this one. The Gwins would use an 18-7 run to battle back from an 11-point deficit in the fourth to force the game to overtime. Mary Dunn led the way for the Gwins with 18 points, while India Benjamin posted 17 of her own and dished out 9 assists. Freshman Morgan Brunner also had a career-high 16 points to help fuel that Penguin comeback, but too much NKU as they would win 87-81 in overtime. Youngstown State has now dropped 4 of their last 5 games and sits at 4-10. They look to bounce back tonight versus UIC. This is the first of a 3-game homestand for the Gwins. Tip-off is set for 5:15 in the Beagley Center. You can also watch the game live on ESPN3 and the Watch ESPN app.
The men's basketball team is also returning from a 2-game road stand. YSU picked up 2 wins over a 5-game stretch during the holiday break, capped off by an exciting comeback versus Horizon League foe Wright State. Let's take a look at the game. We pick things up in the first quarter where Santiago finds Matt Donlin at the top of the key for the triple. Donlin would finish with 11, but Grant Bretzinger, not to be outdone, says, "I'll see you that and raise you this." 3 of his 12 on the afternoon. Later in the ball game, Santiago finds Justin Mitchell sleeping, and Latin Davis gets the easy layup on the backdoor cut. And Mitchell, he was a little upset about being exposed on defense and took it out on the rim for 2 of his 18 during this ball game. Later on, Donlin works the ball over to Brett France, who drives in and dips it off to Devin Haygood, who finishes over 2 defenders for the slam. A powerful slam there by Devin Haygood. Later in the ballgame, got to show some love to Wright State here. The senior Steven Davis lays out over the scorer's table to keep the ball in bounds. His team would get an easy layup out of it. Then the Ursuline grab, Mark Hughes misses, but Davis again with the extra effort. He would lead his team with 19 points, but then the leading scorer of the afternoon, Francisco Santiago, splits the D and gets the easy layup. What a stretch it's been for Cisco. Too much YSU down the stretch in this one. They win 80-75. A big reason for that win was Cameron Morris. And what a stretch it has been for the junior. He had 14 of his 16 points in the second half of Saturday's win. Before that, Morris dropped 30 points in YSU's 88-87 double overtime win over Milwaukee. Followed up that performance by becoming just the 38th player in program history to reach 1,000 career points when he notched 13 versus Northern Kentucky. Congratulations to Cam. YSU will now enjoy a 2-game homestand. First, they'll host Alec Peters and the Valparaiso Crusaders tonight at 7 p.m. in the Beagley Center before taking on UIC this Saturday. You can catch both games on ESPN3 and the Watch ESPN app.
Are you a YSU student, and do you enjoy fishing? If you answered yes to either of those questions, we have a group that you're going to want to hear more about. Christina Stanovich joins us now to reel in this topic. Christina.
Thanks, John. I'm Christina Stanovich here with Jared from Bass Fishing. How did bass fishing get started, Jared?
Really, it was started by 2 guys. They wanted to fish. Wanted to compete against other colleges who have teams. that's pretty much the only way you can compete around here through school is there's one conference that you have to get into and to fish it that way.
Okay. What kind of events do you guys participate in?
There's one main event. It's the FLW, it's Collegiate Series. And that's, you fish against mostly schools in your region, but then you have the opportunity to fish against any schools, throughout the whole United States that have a team and who are, show up to the event.
Right, okay. What is your guys' goal as a team?
Really the goal as a team, is to bring as many teams and nationals as we can. Fish against, the big league schools, the big schools, big D1 schools, or even small schools, really. Anybody who qualifies, we'll want to fish against them, want to make ourselves better.
Awesome. So how can students that are interested in bass fishing keep up with what you guys are doing?
The big way, keep up with the club is through social media. We're pretty active on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Those are probably the three mainly active things that we do and keep up on. But, also through the club sports page, information's on there. Also, we try to hold monthly meetings, and those are open. If you get into contact with us, they're open, to anybody who wants to come for a meeting.
So how do new students find out about you guys and get involved?
Big way they can get involved and find out, is to find us through social media. Contact us through social media, or my information is on the YSU page. Email, phone, whatever. Just email that way. That's the main reason you can get in, or just ask around. If you might see somebody who's in the club, or they might know something, they can let you know.
Well, Jared, thanks for sitting down with me. Back to you, Mike and John.
Fantastic job there by Christina Sainovich. Again, if you want to learn more about bass fishing, you can find them on Twitter and Instagram at YSU Bass Fishing, and you can also search the hashtag YSU Fishing. Now, this next story is a real home run. See what I did there? Cleveland Indians Hall of Fame infielder Carlos Baerga will be chilling with some Penguins February 11th. The three-time All-Star will be featured key speaker at the YSU First Pitch Breakfast. Baerga played for the Indians from 1990 to 1996 and again in 1999. He was then inducted into the team's Hall of Fame in 2013. The breakfast also includes a meet and greet with some of the players from the 2017 Youngstown State men's team. Joining Baerga will be the former Penguins standout and Major League Baseball pitcher Justin Thomas. Tickets start at just $20 and will be on sale at the Beagley Center merchandise booths during both the men's and women's basketball games. Other tickets can be arranged and questions can be answered by YSU assistant coach Josh Merrigan at the YSU baseball office.
The softball team added 3 new recruits during the early signing period last month. The Gwins signed Ellie Buffenberger, Yasmin Romero, and Nikki Sabine to national letters of intent, and each will begin their career at YSU in the fall of 2017. And what an addition these 3 are to an already talented roster. Ellie, a pitcher from Mason, Ohio, went 22-3 last season and was named the Greater Miami Conference Athlete of the Year. Yasmin, an outfielder from California, batted .400 in her junior year and earned her first team All-Conference honors. Lastly, Nikki, an infielder from Canton, Ohio, boasted a career batting average of .353. The Gwins opened up their softball season on February 10th at the Kickin' Chicken Classic at Coastal Carolina. After traveling to Puerto Rico for a training trip, the women's swim and dive team will return to action tomorrow in the Beagley Natatorium against St. Francis. Busy stretch for the Gwins, as they will also be in action Saturday versus IUPUI before traveling to Cleveland State on Monday. Good luck to Coach Anderson and the entire team in their meets this week.
Not all Cinderella stories have a fairy tale ending. And Saturday, unfortunately, the clock struck midnight for Bo Pelini and the YSU football team. The unranked Penguins' improbable run ended in Frisco, Texas, as they fell 28-14 to the James Madison Bulldogs in the 2016 FCS National Championship game. In short, what the Penguins did in 2016 was incredible. YSU went undefeated at home for the first time since 2005. They made the playoffs for the first time since 2006 and returned to the national title game for the first time since '99. Their 12 wins in 2016 were the most this program has had in a single season since 1999. So while the final score of Saturday's game might leave many Penguin fans feeling like this is the end, this is really only the beginning. This team put the entire country on notice that YSU football is back and a force to be reckoned with on the national level. It's been an absolute privilege to cover this historic run, and I think I speak for all of Penguin Nation when I say we couldn't be more proud to be Penguins. To the entire coaching staff and team, we would like to congratulate you on an outstanding season and look forward to 2017. We also want to take this time to congratulate senior Jody Webb. With 195 all-purpose yards in Saturday's game, Webb set the school record for career all-purpose yards with 5,247. Despite missing 2 games, Webb also led the team in both rushing and total yards this season with 1,342 and 2,279 yards respectively. He ended his career with over 3,000 rushing yards and 30 touchdowns over his 47-game 4-year career. Congratulations are also in order for junior quarterback Hunter Wells. In addition for throwing over 1,700 yards and 11 touchdowns this season, Wells is the recipient of the Elite 90 Award for the 2017 NCAA Division I Football Championship. This award was founded by the NCAA and recognizes the true essence of the student athlete by honoring the individual who has reached the pinnacle of competition at the national championship level in his or her sport, while also achieving the highest academic standard among his or her peers. Hunter's 3.6 overall GPA in accounting was the highest of any player in the title game. Once again, congratulations to not only Hunter and Jody, but Coach Pelini and the entire team. Corey, if memory serves me correct, I believe it's time for the Penguin Play of the Week, but we do have a special edition as it is the Penguin Play of the Year for 2016. Let's take a look at the honors, and I believe we're going to travel to Eastern Washington to a clip you might have seen once or twice. Hunter Wells to Kevin Rader for the game-winning touchdown in Eastern Washington. And you could tell Jody Webb knew it was a touchdown right off the bat. Corey, what an unbelievable play here. You see, he pins the ball against the defender, a play we've seen a couple times this year in the Ohio State game and a few others like it. Touchdown, maintained possession all the way down. And if I'm Hunter Wells, I'm saying I put that ball right on the money. It was a perfect pass. Hunter, I got you, brother. Kevin, Hunter, congratulations on the play of the year. Again, congratulations to the entire football team on an outstanding season. That about does it for us here at the Penguin Rundown. For news, highlights, and more, be sure to check out YSUsports.com and be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat at Penguin Rundown 1. I'm John Schiraldi.
And I'm Corey McRae.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.